Testing 1 2 1 2.
Your mornings are about to get a whole lot messier.
Stop calling me that, you heifer. Can we say that on air?
You guys are wild.
Wake your ass up.
With VONT, Chap, and Justice. This is Morning Commute.
Wake me up.
Welcome back, or let me say this, actually. Welcome back to the Messiest Morning Show podcast. It is Morning Commute. Thank you for being here. Episode 26.
The one and
Is
only.
it 26?
Yes, it is.
I wrote 25 on this thing, but it is 26.
It's 2-6.
Hey, baby. Chap is back.
Woo.
Justice is back. And I am here. My name is VONT Leak, joined always by my brothers in podcast crime. Justice Greg.
Yo, what's poppin', y'all?
How are you, King?
Chilling, man, chilling. Feel me? I mean, good. I got a new phone over the week.
Word?
Yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been doing, like resetting everything.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, bro.
That's
What
gotta
number
be.
you
Wait,
at?
they didn't transfer everything for you?
So I had too much storage, so I had to manually transfer the shit.
It'd be like that.
Oh.
Yeah, so. But it's pretty much everything's good now. Definitely faster. I needed a new phone desperately. I was on like I think I had like the 11.
Was the last time you got a phone when we started the show together?
Maybe. Yeah, I think so.
So, like, quick story. We used to do the show back in college, and it didn't start with Justice and I. It started with Justice and one of our other friends. So when Justice took over his first show, and we used to wake up at 5 a.m. to do this in college, Justin's phone just died. Like not the battery died, just the phone would not turn on.
That's
so his
crazy.
alarm didn't go off. He just happened to wake up by chance and come to the show on time. And that was fall 2021.
Yep, God woke me up that day. Straight up,
Right.
no alarm.
Wow. And you at the, what is it, 16? 15?
Yeah.
What is this one?
16.
Word.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm all for staying with
Actually,
your
I didn't
own
ask
phone.
you. I didn't introduce you yet.
You bitch ass nigga.
I don't care what
Go
you
ahead.
stand for.
Go ahead. Because I
care
got
what
some
you
words
stand
for you.
You don't even. I don't care what you stand for. You don't even stand that tall.
Go ahead. Let's go.
Joined by my brother, who's back from the Diddy parties, is Justin Chapman. We call him Chap.
All I want to say is fuck Morning Commute, fuck Vontas, fuck Justice, fuck everybody.
You just call me Vontas.
Yeah.
You
It was
definitely
mixed
call me
in.
Vontas.
I'm about to make a diss track. I heard last episode all the shit y'all was talking. I'm here for it. Let's go.
You gonna make a diss track? Diddy
Who's
come
short?
produce it.
Who ain't here? Come on. I want to hear all the smoke. Peyton replacing me and shit. Come on now. I ain't get my resignation yet. Come on. I got
Yeah.
more locked in.
This nigga Chap think he Tupac, bro.
Right, like ain't nobody fighting over you, nigga.
I'm getting my tattoo tomorrow. Thug life. Thug life right here.
Damn. See that? Chilling with Diddy for one weekend, he getting tatted now.
Chap goes to get a tattoo and they card him. They be like, "Are you even old enough to be here, sir?" Young, they're not even sir. It's young man.
Nah, what's good, boys? I missed y'all, man. I was out there. I was actually consulting my lawyer because you know, me and Vont got this trial that we going to,
What trial?
So I had to-
Why are we
you
on
know,
trial?
Cause I have a restraining order against you, and then
You're
you
in a
broke
couple
that.
trials.
What? A couple trials? Where? Go ahead.
Well, you're in the trial for me and your for the alimony because you and I used to be in a relationship and now we're you're trying to break it off, but I'm the guy in the divorce that's like, no, we can make it work. Let's try to do this. I'm trying to at least get visitation.
Delusion. That's that.
But look, from an outside perspective, it seems
We didn't want to hear your opinion right now. Okay.
it seems like
we didn't want to hear your opinion.
I think it's very telling that you don't want to hear my opinion, right? Because it seems like Vaughn is the one who wants to stay and fix the relationship and keep his household together.
Do I look like a nigga that runs from problems?
No, and you, Chap,
Okay.
one, you're kind of going through this quarter life crisis. You're out there chilling with Diddy.
Quarter life crisis.
You're partying with Diddy. Feel me? And it's like,
What party? He's in prison. I'm not even. I can't make it to the prison. How we gonna?
You want to visit? That's the only visitation you trying to deal with. You ain't trying to figure out the situation with you and I. But the visitor list with Diddy, you good.
whose police siren was that? You in Trenton, Vaughn?
No, I literally live maybe 2 blocks from a hospital. So that was.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, yo, they
was an
coming to get him.
ambulance.
I was like, damn, you back home?
Nah, they thought Chap was here, so they was like, we got him.
Nah, I called them and told them you was orchestrating the Diddy parties. They gonna get you though.
I'm not the one that's got a photo with R. Kelly and Diddy.
What photo are you talking about? What photo are you talking about?
Both of them, bro.
Put the photo on the screen.
Can we put out the disclaimer that AI is a great tool, but it's getting out of hand these days, guys?
I will tell you.
Out of hand.
So yesterday, you guys have seen that trend. Everybody's doing. They're making action figures of themselves. We had to do that for work, and so I had to pay for AI like premium or plus or whatever the fuck. So then I was sitting there really thinking. I was like, this program can do so much amazing stuff. And so I took my dumbass. I took a photo of my mom and my dad who have been divorced for more than half my life, and I put them in a family photo with me because I'm stupid. And then and then I took a photo of this show. This show has been through many co-hosts in its past, and so I took all of us and put us all in one photo. And then I took a photo. I'm sure there are real photos that Chap is just keeping in the witness protection locker, like the evidence locker. But I took a photo of Justin Chapman and his very good friend Sean Puffy Diddy Combs.
Sure.
Doing what they love to do best: smoking hookah, eating a plate of chitlins with baby oil surrounded by them.
One, you will never see me hitting hookah. One. Blasphemous. One, I hate baby oil.
Pause. Can we just call out the fact that your first offense was you won't smoke with the hookah, but Diddy, that'll be like point number 3. He didn't try to defend that. The first thing was you won't catch me with hookah.
Nope.
Because we gotta point out the absurd stuff. I'm getting to Diddy. The chitlins, you might be spot on. I'll give you that one. That's probably the only correct thing.
Again,
in that photo.
The chitlins coming before Diddy is still a problem, Chap.
You got to save the best for last. I do not know Sean Puffy Combs. I don't associate with Sean Puffy Combs.
What about Robert
VONT
Kelly?
Has an email that he sent us earlier inviting us to the Puffy party. So it's not me that knows Sean Puffy Combs.
I don't understand why you wait until the pod to bring all this shit to light, but me and you go to fucking marriage counseling and you don't want to talk about none of this stuff.
Bro, Dr. Phil ain't marriage counseling, okay?
It's Dr. Just here. I'm here. We're gonna have a therapy.
That's even worse.
This isn't the first time that I've been in this position where I had to work out VONT's issues with another co-host, and it probably won't be the last, Chap. Let's work this out. Fuck. We don't need to do BTR today. Let's work out our
Twitter report.
Let's work out our issues. What's going on? Let's get to the deep root of the problem. Where did you start chilling with Diddy? When was it?
Oh my god, y'all need help, professional help, bro. Since the first day I met you, these niggas is crazy, bro.
Not I.
Yes, you.
Again,
you,
I'm not the one with the R. Kelly t-shirt.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you got a t-shirt, Chap?
I do not have a t-shirt of R. Kelly. Where are you making up? Stop listening to VONT.
That's not true.
Let's put that truth out there right now. Stop listening to VONT. We don't know what's coming out of his mouth these days. We don't know what's going in his mouth these days. I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
You would love to know what's going in my mouth, wouldn't you?
I would not.
You sound.
I hope it's food.
You sound jealous there, Chap.
You remember we've done this show for 26 episodes now as a podcast. You remember our first episode when Chap was like, "Then you got your girl to move out there with you." Like he was jealous as shit.
Look.
All we was like, no. Insert that clip right here. Chap was like, Chap, what are you? Stall for 2 seconds. I'm gonna pull up the clip. I have it.
These two, they got a relationship with each other. Like I'm
whoa.
This is the first episode, but just setting up for this episode, I've been feeling like a third wheel every time we hop on the phone.
We gonna cut this out right now. We gonna set the record straight. There was something, but it's gone. It's gone.
Okay. Now, pause right there. Just want to clear 2 things. One, we look young as shit. This was only like 6 months ago. I don't know why
we got a tan.
Yeah,
this was like right off of summer. This was like the first week of September, so probably. But also proof that there was something. I just want to put that out there. Okay, continue.
Now we in the committed relationship.
You need that context of that.
Please.
It was a bromance.
Okay. It was a very strong bromance between Chap and VONT. I'm fully comfortable in my sexuality. I'm comfortable in saying that Justin Chapman and I had a definitely emotional, I would say at sometimes physical bromance.
I am not comfortable saying that.
There are photos.
Not what happened.
There are photos.
It's not me.
If you're listening right now, you're not watching on YouTube or Spotify, there's photos of Chap and I. There's 2 of them. One of them, we look very, very, first of all, very consenting and very happy. We're holding hands.
I was under the influence. I just want to say that.
Of love.
I was
then
intoxicated.
the other photo is Chap and I in studio. Again, not in a private setting. What are we doing? We're sipping on we're two strawing, I don't know what, like a coffee or something.
Too strong is crazy.
The people who are just listening right now.
And both of these photos are not selfies. People are taking these photos, so there's witnesses. Okay, I'm gonna continue the clip because there's more. You miss me.
See, now I do miss you, brother. You done went all the way to Minnesota. Then you got your girl to come all the way to Minnesota with you. That's love right there.
Your girl. What's that, a jealous? See, look,
you always been a dick rider, like damn, like
look. All I'm saying is we're finally getting to the root of the real problem. We're finally getting to the root of the. All we needed was some communication. You want to spend more time with VONT, and you're mad that he moved away. There's still some resentment here. That's why we're 26 episodes in. There's always some tension here. So go ahead. Talk about that.
And I will also add to not compensate, but to like try to alleviate the stress. You're going to Diddy parties.
Yes. Yeah.
To try to get me and our heartbreak off your mind, you're going to the Diddy parties.
So yeah, why don't you talk about that more and the reason why you've used the Diddy parties and the R. Kelly gatherings to deal with your breakup from VONT.
Let's unpack this.
Yeah, shout out to my homie Marissa. Let's unpack it.
Wait. I just feel like we got to be serious here, guys, because there's a lot going on. The economy is bad. People are getting murdered out here. We have to be honest here and be serious, okay? I feel like both of you are projecting, okay? I feel like you're projecting everything that's going on in your lives on me, right? Diddy parties. That's all VONT. That's all VONT. He's the celebrity. He's the public guy, right? Diddy probably stopped by KDWB a few times while he was in prison. He probably called in to say, how my boy VONT doing? So that's all VONT. Justice, come on now. Come on. We know you eat the butts. And that's all your realm. That's all your realm, okay?
This rumor just
wait, because we're not gonna throw the least toxic, the least messy, the voice of reason person into the fire here, okay? I took off one episode and now I gotta come back to this bullshit. I might just leave.
First of all, I don't eat butt. Second of all, that is an interesting theory that you put out there. So are you saying that since VONT has joined iHeart, he's been into some freak nasty stuff? And
yes, absolutely.
Because he started his job, a couple months later, he's showing his ass on Instagram. So
and then he got dildos and sex toys in the office. What kind of office is this? I just gotta ask.
It does seem like a toxic work environment.
You know,
like put it like that.
Giving side eye, big side eye.
That you took it at work?
Say it one more time.
You took that aspect at work?
I did. Well, I took a couple at home first. Let me tell you. So if you don't know, and put the thong photo here as well.
I'm not saving that on my phone.
Yes, you will.
I'm not having that.
Then I'll edit this week's episode. A couple of months ago at work, I work at a radio station, and we did a bit where I said if I get X amount of Instagram followers by so and so date, I would post a photo of me in a thong. And I said like by like in a week's time, it didn't even take 24 hours. So I went to Walmart. Can I tell you guys? I don't think we ever discussed this. You know how awkward and random it is for a man to go to fucking Walmart and buy a pack of thongs?
Yeah, because you look like a predator.
It's like what? I didn't know what size thong I wore because obviously thongs fit you like a G-string in some capacity. And I was like, I don't know what's.
Did you ask the worker? You asked the worker?
Yes, I did, and he told me to go into. He told me what aisle to go in, and he helped me figure out my size. So shout out to Jeremy.
Jeremy helped you try on the thong.
Yeah, he helped me figure out what size looked best on me.
I can imagine this right now, Justice. VONT just walking up like, "Hey, can you help me with my thong? I know the perfect thong for you. Turn that ass over, right over there."
He was starting singing, "Bend that ass over, let that coochie breathe. Hands on your knees." He
was out there at the store trying on thongs, how women be trying on dresses in front of Jeremy. Talk about which one should I get.
So then I had to buy, because they don't sell individual thongs at Walmart, and I wasn't about to go pay for one at Victoria's Secret. I bought home a 4-pack of thongs, and I was taking photos in the mirror and doing all this shit. And the one you saw was like take 7, like legitimately. I brought back to work the photos I took and showed my morning show peeps, And they were like, this isn't revealing enough. So I went into a prod studio, not even the bathroom. I just went into a production studio that somebody could have just easily walked in, put the thong back on, and took that photo that you saw.
Justice,
And the thong photo is me. It's just me like turned around, like oops, and my hands like in front or whatever, and you see my ass cheeks.
I think it's simple here. Von's being pimped out. Von's being pimped out by iHeart, KDW. I don't know. So Von is being pimped out somewhere.
Where do you think I look behavior? You and your Diddy parties,
bro. Where are you getting this allegation from? Cut it out.
Ain't you music industry, Chap?
I'm not even in there yet, bro. Like I'm still at the lower level of the totem pole.
Nah, bro. You told me a couple weeks ago when I was home that you got invited to like some label party.
Yeah, it was a label party. It wasn't no Diddy party, all right?
Also, I do want to say, Chap told me that he told them about me, and all of a sudden they were like, "Oh, can he come to the party?"
I did. And look, I did tell him.
Chap, you saying that you're a lower level employee means nothing. That gives you even more reason to try to make a name for yourself. That's why you go to the party for networking opportunities, quote unquote, and doing God knows what. You and Diddy,
oh my gosh, bro! It's we're just gonna have to bring the evidence, like, because the evidence y'all bringing, I don't know what that manufactured shit is. We got to bring the evidence, okay?
Is it AI? We don't know. We don't know.
What is the nickname I've called you since I've met you?
Chocolate stank?
Not chocolate stank. Not chocolate stank. Chap. And how do you fix anything that's Chap? Either Vaseline or baby oil. Case closed.
Bam.
But I've always been Chap. You know what? You thought you did your big one there, and you didn't. You didn't.
Look, we're all connecting the dots now. He said he had an ashy voodoo. How do you even find out? Get your own ass. Someone has to tell you that I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. I will leave
We are not going to do that. We are not going to do that. See, this is why I had to take off an episode yesterday for my mental health.
First of all, you took off last week, not yesterday. What was you doing yesterday?
Yesterday I was praying.
You definitely did just say yesterday.
Bible study. I was having Bible study. Okay.
Oh, please.
What are y'all doing? Huh? I'm praying to the Lord. Who y'all praying to? Ass? Diddy?
Not Robert. Not Daystar.
Daystar is crazy.
You know who Daystar is?
Who is Daystar?
Justice, tell her who Daystar is. Daystar Peterson.
Who is Daystar Peterson?
Story lanes.
Bruh.
Yep.
Y'all need some help. But it's good to be with y'all again. I don't know if this is going to be my last time. But
after all that, and it's just good to be with us again.
Yes. It's good to be with y'all again.
It is the messiest. Yo, Justice is a nasty nigga. First and foremost, I'm looking at our show sheet, and Justice throughout the show, Justice puts like notes about like where, because he edits it, what we talk about at what times. He has a timestamp here that says Chap and Diddy with a red heart.
You forgot number 4, Vont's behind. You know, this is.
Yeah, you should have put the peach emoji next to my ass. That shit was plump.
Hostile work environment.
Is plump. The Messiest Morning Show podcast. If that doesn't define this show, then I don't know what the hell does.
We need an HR department. Now that I'm thinking about it.
We need a producer to keep this shit on the tracks.
The HR is a good idea. That is not a good idea.
The Messiest Morning Show podcast, episode 26. I don't got shit else to say. Vont Leak, Justin Chap, aka his accomplice.
I think our episode is done right there. That's
honestly, yeah. I don't know how the rest of the episode could follow up. Just stop listening right now. It's done.
Oh my god.
Let's get to the Black Twitter report, fellas.
From the latest rap beefs to the hottest debates, and even the messiest celebrity scandals in between, it's the Black Twitter report on Morning Commute.
Everything that Black folks is talking about on the timeline, the Black Twitter report. First, I do want to kick off with last week we had our friend Peyton on the pod. We were talking about Pop the Balloon and how it's if you haven't heard of it, it's like a dating reality show kind of on YouTube. Went to Netflix, and as we're recording this, last night was the first episode. Basura. Trash.
Already?
Yes, because they do. I think it's live every Thursday, and last night was the first one. It was ass.
Wow.
Yeah, I got through like 5 minutes of it. I got through like the first person, and like I didn't like these videos to start with, but like I called it. They gentrified it. Like it's not like those white backgrounds anymore. It's like a studio, like a real studio. And
Not a
like
psych. Yeah, that's what it's called.
yeah, it's just like they added like music to it. It's so whack, bro. It's so whack.
What are the contestants that they have on there? Is it like the same con that they had on the YouTube series, or is it damn?
Well, so here's what it is, right? So the original series created by a black girl, and it's pretty much all. No, it is not pretty much. It's all black people, and it's kind of awkward and a little underproduced. But there's like you kind of enjoy the fact that it seems underproduced because it doesn't seem so high budget and whatever. Like that's kind of what I like. Like it's a little awkward because there's no music and it's weird. The Netflix Live, first of all, there's there's all this music and like just a set is a set and like lights flashing and mute and whatever. It's gentrified as fuck. There were maybe 3 black people throughout the entire thing. They have like a round called the Pop Star round where they have like actual reality TV stars like Johnny Bananas from The Challenge or Real World. He was the first contestant, and like right out the gate, he made a joke and called one of the girls. She said she looked like a bat or looks like a monkey or something like that.
A monkey is crazy.
It was something along those lines. He's catching flack for it today on social, but it just was not. It just seemed overproduced. And then one of the things that I like about the YouTube show is that it's a little like you can't talk unless like you have the mic in your hand. But the show yesterday, I'm assuming they all have mics on and they're all talking at once, and I felt like the whole time I couldn't figure out what to focus on.
It's bad, bro. It's bad content.
Damn, I'm gonna have to go take a watch. I watched the YouTube videos a little bit. I'm not a big invested person, but I think like you said, Vaughn, a lot of people like the raw, like real content, underproduced. And it's I feel like it's a big ghetto, and people like this ghetto stuff. So and it's funny. It's it's raw. So I feel like people like that. And when people like big producers try to take just like underground stuff or just stuff that's rising and they make it to something, that's when it gets ruined. We see this a lot in movies. We see this a lot in TV shows as well.
Yeah, Justice is right, because last week I came on here and I said that I don't think I thought about how bad it would be, but I said it was a bag for Netflix, which is good. But I didn't think about how producers and like Netflix might ruin it. But gentrified as fuck.
Damn.
For sure.
So that's that. I just wanted to mention that. Also, Lizzo is catching some flack, my baby girl. Baby girl. I haven't heard that whole song, but I've heard that baby girl part. That's Drake Nokia.
Great song. Great song right there.
It does sound like one of his better songs. I can't even lie.
It's amazing.
My baby girl Lizzo is catching flack because she said that Janet Jackson is the queen of pop. Here's a clip.
We love Madonna.
Oh, I do. I love Madonna.
I have to really clear up some shit because people came for me on the internet because I said Janet Jackson is the queen of pop. I said Janet Jackson's the queen of pop, and here is why I said Janet is the queen of pop. Britney Spears is doing a Janet impression, and she said it.
Clock that.
Janet is her diva.
Yeah. Sure.
There were no such things as pop divas before Janet. Janet was first. She was famous when Madonna was a kid watching her on television.
Yeah.
And I'm just putting it out there. It's not because someone is better than the other. She was just first, and she is Janet.
No shade to Janet Jackson. I know that her brother is Michael, who's the king of pop. And Janet Jackson does have hits. But we're not going to act like Britney Spears didn't have a chokehold on a generation.
She did. And I feel like that's the difference right there. It's 2 different generations, really. Like Janet was big in the 80s, early 90s. Britney started going crazy late 90s, early 2000s. And that's 2 different generations right there. Janet is like millennials. No. Gen X, and Britney Spears is like millennials, Gen Z, early rising. I don't see an imitation there, respectfully. I don't think there's an imitation. I do think she's right. I do think Janet is the queen of pop, and in that writing, she's better than Britney Spears. And she was the foundation for what Britney Spears is on, but I don't think there's an imitation there.
I disagree. I don't think she literally meant an impression of Britney. I think she's just saying that Britney's like a wannabe. Is what she was trying.
I don't think I want to be.
But I also don't agree with you that Janet Jackson's the queen of pop. Before we argue, I'll let Justice talk.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, everyone has their own music opinions, right? So, if she thinks Janet is the queen of pop, I guess she's entitled to feel that way. I don't think that Britney Spears is biting off Janet in any way, personally. And I also didn't really agree with her reasoning. Like she was saying that like just because Janet was the first one doesn't mean like that means that she's the queen. That's not necessarily true. Like people, people don't usually say that MC Light is the best female rapper. We're gonna get into that in a little bit, but um yeah, I don't agree with that. Janet is one of the best, but I mean she mentioned Madonna. I feel like Madonna is, when I think of the best female pop stars, Madonna's the first one that comes to mind, in my opinion.
Hot take. I am not a big Madonna fan.
What?
Performance and music. I just not a big Madonna fan at all.
Me neither. It's not my type of music. I'm not a big pop fan in general. That's not my favorite genre. But like, if we're being objective here, Madonna is like it's Madonna. You know what I mean?
I don't see it though. It may because I didn't grow up in that time that she was like popping. And I've tried to like do some research or like look at videos and stuff like that. I just still don't see it. Like she just don't do that for me.
I feel like if we're talking Queen of Pop, we can make our own top 5 list. I think we could say Madonna's in there. I don't even think Janet Jackson. I don't know. Maybe it's just a generational thing. I can't name you 5 Janet Jackson songs. I can name you 5 Britney Spears songs. I can name you 5 Taylor Swift songs. I can name you 5 Katy Perry or Lady Gaga songs. Madonna, objectively, I can give the respect to. I don't know 5 Madonna songs. That's another generational thing.
People sleep on Christina Aguilera. I think she should be
another great one. Christina's up there.
Yeah, and if we're like, I guess Mariah Carey would be R&B, no?
Yeah. R&B and pop, because I feel like she went to the pop game like the late 2010, late 2000s, going into the 2010s.
Yeah, she dabbles in both. Like I said, I'm not mad at the Janet Jackson thing. I think that I think she was getting dragged mostly because of like what she said about Britney Spears. I think that's crazy.
I think a conversation needs to be had about influence versus imitation, because I feel like people get that mixed up a lot. And we're actually this hints a little bit at what we're going to talk about soon with the female rappers, but a lot of people are coming up these days are like, oh, they're imitation of this person, or they're not going to be as good as this person. First of all, you have to realize, like, think about someone today. I'm gonna mention Tyler because we talked about it earlier. A lot of older people will be like, oh,
Tyler the Creator.
Yeah, Tyler the Creator. And they'll be like, oh, like this music is trash. He's not a good artist. And I will admit it. When I first started listening to Tyler, I was like, yeah, he ain't it. Like, this is crazy type shit. But then you start to follow his career and look at like his artistry, and you're like, damn, like you have to understand, in every generation, people are always gonna say, this sounds trash. This sounds, it's usually older people. Oh, this music is trash. This music is not good. I wish it was like the older music. But you have to understand that this first of all, it's not for you, respectfully. This is for the new generation that's coming up. Because I promise you, somebody probably said Marvin Gaye music was ass. Somebody said Michael Jackson was You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like we just had this conversation actually earlier at work. What is your classic rock? You know how people listen to classic rock and they're like, oh, they don't make music like they used to. For us, one day, that'll be, Kendrick, J. Cole. People, the same thing that you're saying people say about Tyler, everybody said about Kendrick in the Super Bowl show, the halftime show. And I'm glad that Kendrick is getting a little bit more mainstream buzz, because Kendrick has obviously been doing the goddamn thing for years.
Yeah.
Now he's finally getting his just doing like mainstream and shit. Like, I don't feel like radio stations may be loyal, maybe humble. But that was the only song until Not Like Us that radio stations were really playing of Kendrick. But like you said, Chap, 1, everything is not for you. And 2, like, times are really changing. And I feel like we go through music cycles so quickly today.
Yes.
Because of, TikTok and social media and that influence.
For sure.
I agree. But
since we're talking about, I want to look at this list since we're already on this conversation.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
This list, what is it? Billboard that came out with this list?
Yeah, so Billboard Billboard made a list of the top, I think they did 25 best female rappers of all time. And you want me to read down the list?
Do you want to do all 25?
We'll do it quickly.
Okay.
Because I have some strong, I don't think they got the list totally right. The top 5 is pretty spot on. Number 1, they have Nicki Minaj. I've always been said I'm not the biggest Nicki Minaj fan, but she deserves, to be there. I mean,
she earned it.
She ran female rap for 10 years. You know what I mean? So she's number 2. They have Missy Elliott. 3, they have Lauryn Hill. 4, they have Lil Kim. 5, Queen Latifah. I think those are the 5 women who have a legitimate claim to that, right? So I think they got that right.
Somebody at work said that they were like, I don't remember what they said, but it was something about Lauryn Hill. Like it was a ding at her and like how she hasn't done anything like memorable after Miseducation. And I was like, that's why she's in this top 4. First of all, yes, she has just like one-offs, like singles and Fugees. But because Lauryn Hill, all she had to do was the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. That's what solidifies her in this top 5.
Exactly.
And the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is just straight bangers. It's not even like, oh, there's a couple misses on here. Like it's every song on that bitch is a banger.
Yeah, but it's also why I have Missy over her, like the list says, just because I think she has more work out there. But yeah, Lauren's iconic. But then the list goes kind of downhill. They have MC Lyte, Salt and Pepper, Roxanne, Shantae. Definitely iconic, but they were, older generations.
Old school, yeah.
Yeah. You got Eve, who I thought was a little high at 9.
What? Nah, Eve definitely got that place.
You got Foxy Brown at 10, which I definitely thought was a little too high. Let's be serious here.
Why are you pushing these people to the bottom? Like they aren't the people that came before.
Watch, because you're gonna see who we get to. You're gonna see who we get. I like Foxy Brown, but so we'll keep it going though.
Good.
So we have Cardi B at 11, and
drop that.
When we were talking about this list before we started, you said you're surprised she's not higher.
Only because I will just say I am not all that like with Roxanne Shantae and like these older artists. Because they're older, I'm not as privy to them. So maybe that's why, because I'm only more familiar with Cardi.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised she's not higher too. I just think she deserves to be lower. No disrespect to Cardi B. She only has one album. And for some reason, like Lauryn Hill, that one album has put her in this stratosphere with these other female rappers. Bro, Invasion of Privacy, that was not the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, bro. It's not enough to put you in these combos. And like, if you see who's under her, right? You got the Brat, you got Trina. She should not be higher than Trina. Left Eye, R.I.P.
Should not be higher.
Now let's have a conversation. 15, there's Meg Thee Stallion. I could argue right now, Meg Thee Stallion's had a better career than Cardi B. I think she's had 4 hits.
Sure. Yes.
But all right, because I feel like we're looking at this list differently. I'm thinking of raw rapping, like the talent of rapping. I feel like when you look at some of these people, they have good music, but the raps are I think of Cardi B, right? Cardi B makes great music. That first album is definitely certified. It's not a Miseducation, but it's done her well because she hasn't had a sophomore album yet. But again, those are the collabs made it and the producers made it. The rapping's good, but it's not Queen Latifah. It's not Lil Kim. It's not Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying?
And also Meg can rap.
Yeah.
Meg can show especially recently.
Yes.
Yeah, and like if you keep going, Doja Cat, I feel like she leans towards pop also, but she probably deserves to be on here. These next two are crazy to me. Rhapsody should be way higher.
Yes.
Rhapsody is somebody who I'm not a huge fan of her music, but she has consistently been one of the best female rappers and one of the best lyricists, period. Not even just female lyricists, best lyricists in rap.
Yeah,
so sure. She should be way higher. What the fuck is Remy Ma doing at 18? That's crazy to me, bro. Remy Ma is goated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Remy Ma above again. Maybe I'm biased because I don't know like Eve and like the Brat and Trina. I know Lisa Left Eye and shit, but yeah, Remy Ma all the way down, and then right after Remy, you got Lotto.
Yeah, that's that is crazy. I like Lotto though, but that is crazy.
It's such a weird like jump. It's like after like a certain after 10 and not even 10, they were just like just scramble them in there. They put them in a hat and just pick them out.
This has to be by music. I'm telling you, this can't be by pure talent.
Honestly, I feel like a lot of these lists are just engagement bait, to be honest. And I guess we're falling for it now. But like, it's just I want to see their criteria. Like you got Monty Love, then you have Glorilla, who I guess deserves to be there. She's had a good career so far. Lady of Rage, Gangsta, and then Doechii already. Like I like Doechii, but like if we're talking about skill, sure. But like, where's Flo Milli then?
Flo Milli definitely should be in this list, respectfully.
And then they have Tierra Whack at 25. Tierra Whack is really, really good.
Wait, but you don't think Doechii needs to be in this list?
No. I don't have a problem with it. It's just she's kind of new.
Look, this is pure talent. Because respectfully, Doechii should be ahead of a lot of people, including Doja Cat. And I love Doja Cat. She should be ahead of Doja Cat. She should be ahead of Lotto. She should be ahead of Cardi B. she's taking the game away right now. I'm telling you.
Yeah, she's really good. I like Doja Cat, but yeah, she's really good. But yeah, well, what do y'all think? I already said my grievances about those. What about y'all?
Can I throw in another name?
Go ahead.
And Justice this might turn Justice's head a little bit.
Oh no,
Little Sims.
Oh shit, Lil Sims,
bro. Yo, people sleep on Little Sims, bro.
They do.
Lil Sims makes amazing music. Her album, I forgot the name of the album, but
I might be Introvert. Oh, that's the first. That was one of her first albums. That's not her most recent.
Yeah. That's the one we were playing that a lot at Brave New Radio, man. There's we've said this before on the pod. This is like a great era for women rap right now because there's like newer rappers that were left off that, you know, maybe a couple years from now they could be on there, like Flo Milli, Bia is really dope.
Oh, Bia, shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I just think we're in a great era right now.
Rico Nasty.
Fucks with Rico Nasty.
I'm not a big Rico Nasty person, but
she's a little weird for sure, but she's dope. BK the Ruler.
Young MA.
Yeah, young. Yeah. Hopefully we get some music from her. I know she's like been sick.
Is it Ma or MA?
It's Young MA.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I don't think she should be on the list. I'm not saying she's a bad rapper, but I don't think she's on the top 25.
Yeah.
Compared to these other people. You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking at lists right now. Who's Che Noir? Never heard of her.
Don't know what that is.
Okay.
Don't know who that is. Oh shit, Maya the Don. I don't know if y'all listen to Maya the Don.
Yep.
I don't know, maybe not top 25 yet, but she's creeping up there. I'm telling you.
There's a lot of going, bro. Her, Tia Korean, Armani.
Damn, I forgot about Tia Korean.
Yeah, Armani Caesar, Remy Wolf.
Remy Wolf.
Damn, bro, you bringing out Brave New Radio fucking names.
If you want to, like, I guess she's not like totally hip hop, but like 070 Shake from Jersey. Feel me? There's a lot, man. There's a lot of great female rap today, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's always been. I feel like it's always been great female rappers. It's again, you're just looking at the times. You know what I'm saying? Like now, you're right. They could flourish because we've made room for that intentionally too. Before then, it's like they had to break their way. Which and respect to them, those people who did that, like the Roxanne Shantays and the Queen Latifahs. You know, they paved the way for these new up and coming people to come through and really shine. Really.
Yeah, but these lists are usually bullshit though, because I need to see the criteria of these because you can't have raps to get 17 and like fucking Foxy Brown to 10. No disrespect to Foxy Brown again, but if we're talking like skill, like Foxy Brown, most of her shit was written by Jay-Z. You know what I mean? But again, I fucks with Foxy Brown, but still.
Have y'all seen the Roxanne, the movie about Roxanne Shante?
Yeah,
I heard it was good.
You know my boy Nook is in that, right?
Oh really?
Yeah, he has like a very like small part in it, but he has lines, but it's like one scene.
Vaughn, did you not meet her at Sirius XM?
Roxanne? Why do I feel like I did?
You probably did. I passed by. I didn't get a chance to say hello, but I've definitely passed by her multiple times in the elevator with her too.
Does she work there?
Yeah, she has a show.
Oh, yeah. I must have because I'm about to say that you said that and I just unlocked the memory.
But she's of course goated, best of all time. So we can agree that the top 5 doesn't go change.
Yeah. I think the top 5 is good. I mean, if you maybe opinion wise, you might change some stuff around, but I like the top 5.
Okay, you want?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, top 5's okay. I would move other people around, but yeah, top 5's fine.
Cool.
Who would y'all move if you had to move people?
I told you, Cardi.
No, like
Meg.
Like top 5 wise.
Oh,
argue me down. I'm low-key gonna move Little Kim up to 3 and move Missy Elliott down to 4.
I respect that. I do.
Yeah.
Like lyrically, Missy Elliott wasn't like the craziest. She was just super creative.
It's a style. Style.
Flow.
You know what's crazy but rap for me, I'm big on flow. Like it really has to be because a lot of people can rap, but it's when your flow is different and when your lyrics are there. That's what really sets you apart. That's why I love Doechii. That's why I love Flo Milli too, because they flow is crazy.
Yeah.
Word.
Well, in other news, Carrie Hilson, the singer, she just did a recent interview on The Breakfast Club. And I'm not sure if y'all have heard of this, but there was a alleged beef between her and Beyonce, based on a remix that she did back in 2009. Carrie Hilson did the song "Turning Me On," and basically some of the lyrics, you know, they said it was a shot at Beyonce. We know Beyonce was all hot at the time, and she did to the left. She was just doing amazing things around that time. But they were saying it was a shot at her. Now, years later, Carrie Hilson, who's been silent on the whole beef, Beyonce also has been silent on it. She came out and said that she did not write those lyrics. She had no part of the song, and there was actually a songwriter on that song, Esther Dean, who's also a very well-known songwriter in the industry. She wrote those lyrics about Beyonce. She had no choice in the matter. And when somebody pointed it out on Instagram, there was like the writer was definitely Esther Dean. Esther Dean, the songwriter, commented under it was like and it was a hit. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to play the clip from the Breakfast Club to see what Carrie Hilson had to say about the matter.
But not in the way that people would think, because that's a song that I actually didn't write. Those are not my words. I was on tour. Polo wanted me to do a remix to Turning Me On. Mm-hmm. He had produced the record, and I wasn't, because I was on tour with Lil Wayne. I wasn't able to like lay anything down. He had been on me for a couple of weeks about we need to do a remix. Okay, so I take off. It wasn't happening quick enough for him. I take off, we fly in, and he had another writer in our camp at the time. He had her write this. So he played it for me, like, this is the remix, because I'm thinking I'm coming in to go write a remix to Turning Me On. Like, The whole time I had been writing concepts, like, but I come into the studio and he plays me this verse, and I'm like, automatically, I'm like, I'm not saying that. Mm-hmm. That was my position.
So I don't want to say she was blackballed into this, but she did mention that I think she said she was working on an album and they wouldn't let her release the album until she do the song type shit. So the songwriter, she did release a statement after that interview. She said, I submitted a lot of verses for the remix. One got picked and it was co-written with Carrie. Pay attention here. Looking back, it was childish and didn't age well. I see how it hurt people, especially women, and I take full accountability. I've worked with and supported many women since, but that doesn't erase the moment. I'm sorry for my part in it. Growth is real, and so is this apology. How do y'all feel about that?
Whose apology was that? That was Esther Dean?
Yes, the songwriter who wrote the actual lyrics.
So she only apologized because she got caught?
Yeah, because she's been silent on the matter too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I've heard about this situation. It was kind of like news, like around anyone who like pays attention to stuff that, Jay-Z kind of ended Carrie Hilson's career allegedly because she dissed Beyonce. First of all, shows the power of Jay-Z, and why people fear that nigga. But I don't know, man. I feel like when you're signed to these deals, there's certain things where you really don't have a say. It was a situation where they were, you said it, they were holding her album until then. So it was either, diss Beyonce or don't put shit out. So she made a decision, and the decision ended up not working out. So I guess it sucks for her. It sucks that I don't know how I feel about Jay-Z having power like that. That's not necessarily like the most hip hop thing, in my opinion, ending people's careers because they said something bad about you. But hey, that's Jay-Z. That's Rock Nation. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't know how I feel about them apologizing for it now. I guess, like, do y'all think that's sincere, or I don't know?
I feel like a lot of celebrities, or I guess artists back in the day, really went like, this is a common thing to, like, you have this or you have nothing at all. Like this whole blackball type thing. I feel like it was very common back in the day. Not as much today, I guess, because social media is such a big influence. So like people can start outcries and like in hashtag campaigns. It's a shame to see.
My question is, do y'all think that was a genuine apology though? Because she did say, she said one was picked and it was co-written with Carrie.
I don't know, man. It's kind of like a he said, she said thing.
Exactly.
We're never gonna know. If you're asking my opinion, I don't think Carrie Hilson was probably totally innocent in that situation, as the way she put it out. You know what I mean?
Wait,
Like,
because Carrie Hilson had a response to that apology. Because again, the whole big idea right there is co-written. So she replied. She said, "I personally don't think this is our fight to have. I respected you on this matter for 16 years and attempted to do that again yesterday, the recording, while finally expressing the truth when asked. But since you're coming to the table, let's be clear. You used the word co-wrote. I rewrote 3 lines in your verse, which was the only battle I won in the whole matter. But you weren't there when all this is going down, and we didn't write it together."
interesting. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe she was telling the truth. Again, we'll never know. We'll never ever know. We'll never know how big Carrie Hilson would have been because she does have some bangers for sure. Everybody like, I got a couple Carrie Hilson songs in my little 2000s R&B playlist for sure. And she's still fine. I just
Do
want
the pretty girl rock, rock.
Yep, that's Von's theme song.
My name is Carrie. I'm so very fly. Oh, fly. It's a little bit scary. Boys want to marry. Looking at my what, Justice?
I'm not saying.
Matter of fact, I should have asked Chap. Looking at my what?
No, don't ask me. Let me turn my camera off. Actually,
Nah, but yeah, I mean, shout out to shout out to Beyonce. Beyonce's wonderful. I'll leave it there.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying how. First of all, Beyonce in true Beyonce fashion does not do beef. Like she don't speak on that. She gonna stay out of it. I respect that.
She definitely doesn't have to respond to this. Like if she didn't respond back then, no need to talk about it now. You know what I mean? Maybe like down the line, if there's like a big ass Beyonce documentary, maybe she'll speak on it then.
I don't think we're ever gonna see a big ass Beyonce documentary. Not a bad one.
No, I don't think it'll be a bad one, but I think it'd be fire. Like if her just like talking about everything like throughout her career, we might get that, and then maybe she'll
long documentary. That's gonna be series.
I do like that artists are doing that kind of on their concerts now. Like Usher did like a walkthrough, like the Past, Present, Future tour. He's doing a walkthrough of his career. Mary J. Blige kind of did the same thing. And obviously because Beyonce's Beyonce, that'd be cool. But she's so focused on making a country bag right now, so I don't think that's gonna happen.
Wait, I have another like hot take, but I don't like the behind the scenes so much. And I feel the same thing about wrestling too, Justice. But I feel like we're in the social media age, and we've gotten not too real, but now there's no mystique around like celebrities and just what they do. Like I loved like storytelling and telling the story behind some of these songs and the moments or whatever. But then like people just go on media tours and they say it on 5 different interviews, and it's like, all right, there's no like
lore.
Yeah, there's no lore to it anymore. So like I'm all for it, but I feel like it's too much these days. It's an abundance of people just trying to tell stories, and then you're having 3 different people tell the same story, and there's 3 different stories. That shit just gets out of hand.
Part of that is just because of like the influence of social just the influence of social media is why that happens, because one, people share so much of their lives. Like look at Cardi B. Cardi B is a big example of like somebody that just shares so much of their life, maybe sometimes a little too much. And so you don't only see Cardi when she's on stage or at a music video or at an award show. You see Cardi in her day-to-day life. Interviews have never changed. Obviously, people always have done interviews, but because it is so accessible to connect with your audience, like in 2 seconds, I could go on live right now and literally just be breastfeeding or something like that.
I mean, you said it, Vaughn. Accessibility is the key. I personally like seeing the behind the scenes stuff. I just think that part of it is interesting. I think it's cool for the fans. But at the same time, I think wrestling has this problem also. But when it comes to music, a lot of people say that there's no true superstars anymore. And that's kind of true. And you kind of said that there's like no one really has that mystique anymore. And it's because, like Vaughn said, everyone is so accessible. There's like, it's not like, oh, I can only go see this person at a concert, or this person's only going to show up at the Grammys. No, we see like there's certain stars, who are good at that. Like Kendrick Lamar, he'll drop some shit and then he'll go into hiding. Those type of artists. Beyonce, you don't really see unless it's time. It's album time. You know what I mean? But most artists, they're going on the media tours. They're going to talk to VONT Leak and all the other media trained people, and telling everybody their life story and shit. So yeah.
You know what I think it is, and I think you mentioned this early, Vaunt. But just everything is so fragmented. Social media, it's nothing new. It's new. It's gone the next day because there's always new news coming. So I feel like that is one way to always stay on. You always have to be connected. You always have to have that shock value because if not, you're just going to be forgotten. Because if you look at older artists, niggas are so happy to put out a memoir because they didn't do interviews 24/7. Now everybody doing interviews. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody want to know what's happening, what's going on, because that's how you stay relevant. Also, you can argue the music ain't that good for some people. So these interviews, these stories are what's keeping them in the public eye.
You know how long it probably, I don't know this for a fact, so correct me if I'm wrong. You know how long it used to take artists to make albums?
No,
But
yeah,
then, like,
definitely takes long.
And I'm not saying it doesn't now, but you see how quick it takes Drake to turn around like another song. Like it is so easy, and it's just there's no like it's not an event. It's not like sneakers dropping Saturday morning anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's everything. So even sneakers, bro. Like you miss a drop, there's gonna be 6 more dropping this month. You know what I mean? So
or movies like Keke Palmer says their movie that came out in January. It's already on Netflix.
Yes.
Yep, that's why I personally like seeing movies in theaters. I just like that experience. But a lot of people are like, yeah, why we go to the movie? It's gonna be on Netflix in 2 months.
Wicked, another one. Wicked, they could have kept in the theaters for months, and I bet you niggas still would have went and paid because they could have put it back in the theater to lead up to part 2 dropping later this year. It's on Peacock now.
I know people that saw it twice in the theaters. I'm like, shit, they pay in the theaters. That's all for it.
How do y'all feel about this? Is complete subject change. How do you feel about bringing your own snacks into a movie theater?
It's essential.
You hungry?
No, I'm just because I have a friend who does it, and somebody else bashes her for it, like because that's part of a lot of movie theater people that work at theaters. They say that's where they make most of the money. It's not tickets; it's the snacks and the shit that you buy. So technically, you're robbing movie theaters if you bring snacks in because you're not paying for what they have.
Good.
Good is crazy.
But that's hypocritical of you because you said you like the experience, but you just going to pay for a ticket at the movies isn't really isn't upkeeping the theater.
I mean, I might get a popcorn, you know what I mean? But
movie popcorn hit different.
No, it does. That's part of the experience too. But other than that, I ain't getting those nasty ass nachos. I'm not paying $8 for some Sour Patch Kids. None of that shit. I'm going to the dollar store, Quick Check, getting my shit. One time, I pulled up with a full Chick-fil-A meal in the movie. It gets serious, bro. Now it's different. Like now, the movie theater I go to, they're like, "Oh, you can't bring outside drinks." You know, I had to leave my sweet tea, which I was tight about. But that's essential, bro. These prices, bro, and the prices are gonna, keep going up. Inflation is real. So I go
ahead, Vaughn.
I feel like today it sucks because everything is so goddamn expensive, and because like streaming services are our thing. I think that's what's slowly phasing out movie theaters. If you would have asked me a couple of years ago, before Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, all that shit, I think I would have been more like inclined to bring snacks in. Now I do feel bad, but I don't know. Like I still feel like I should do it, but I feel bad now. Like morally, I know it's wrong now.
Ain't nobody dying. Respectfully,
I'm already paying $15 for the ticket, bro.
Exactly. Like, come on now. These convenience fees. Come on now, $10. Like, nobody got time for that. I remember. I was gonna say that. I remember the story when I went to go see Straight Outta Compton, and we went, and there was an older lady. She went by herself. Mad weird. But she had a purse, a big purse too. We sat down. I think she was like 3 seats down. Bro, tell me why she brought out the whole bag of Chinese food in her bag, in the purse. Pull that out. Is chicken wings and fried rice, lo mein. Here go the wonton soup. I'm like, nah, this is crazy. And the tea in the little can thingy. That shit was crazy.
The big ass tea.
Yes, the big ass tea, bro.
Now, that's a vibe, but at the same time, a lot of these movie theaters be getting warm, and I'm not trying to have the whole theater smell like Chinese food. So the Chinese food a little crazy to me, but
nobody clocked her. Like nobody smelled that shit when she walked in.
First of all, it smelled good, respectfully.
I know you'd be like, "Fuck, now I'm hungry."
It is the Messiest Morning Show podcast, Morning Commute. Thanks for listening. Whether you're in your car or at home, no matter where you are, you can listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the iHeartRadio app, or watch us on YouTube. And while you're there, a couple of things. One, auto download the show. That way you see every time we upload new episodes on Mondays.
Word.
Subscribe. And also leave us a review, whether it's a comment or you just give us 5 stars or transparently 2 stars. I'd love to know what you think of the show.
Yeah.
So we spent the first 20 minutes doing marriage counseling. And if you think that shit was messy or you like it and it kind of turned you on and made you think about you and your partner, let us know. We're going to get into blind rank. We do this seems like every episode now, but it's just so fun. Justice, what are we blind ranking today, brother?
So today's topic for blind rank is white people sayings.
Ooh, I like this, brother.
White people.
Nah, I didn't like that. He had that hard R on brother.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
Very Hulk Hogan-ish.
Yeah, very Hulk Hogan. You know, the hard R's.
But yeah. So I got 5 sayings that, were popularized by the whites. And I want y'all to rank them on, let's do best to worst. Number 1 is the best, your favorite. And then 5 is the worst. I got some good ones here. So
I love this.
I love this.
Okay. So y'all ready?
Yes, we're going to blind rank white people sayings.
Okay. We're going to start with a good one. The first white people phrase is take a chill pill.
Can you say them in a white voice?
All right, mom, just take a chill pill.
That's how you know it's white, because you're telling it to your mama.
Yep.
Let a nigga say that to his mama.
Crazy.
Honestly, if a nigga said it to his mom, she'd probably start laughing. Like, boy, if you don't, I'm going number 3. I don't feel like that's bad at all.
I'm putting number 4 because this is mad cringy. Like, come on now, chill pill, my brother. Come on now.
Okay. So I'll put it at 3. Chap, you put it at 2?
4.
4. Okay, 4. Okay. Next one. Let's rock and roll.
Ew.
Oh, God.
Ew.
Say it in the voice.
Let's rock and roll. Yeah.
This is so nasty. Ugh.
I still don't feel like that's bad. I kind of want to put that at 3 too, but I can't. I'm going 4. Not because I don't like it, but I just feel like it's not as bad. I feel like you have some funnier ones coming.
I'm gonna put it at 5. That's just nasty. Don't ever say that around me. Please. I'm gonna look at you weird.
Okay, so
I have rock and roll at 4, and Chap has it at 5.
Yes.
Okay. Next one. Excuse me?
Oh, hell no. And no, where am I saying that at?
Right.
I'm crying, bro. That was bad. That was bad. I ain't gonna lie to you.
How are we ranking these again? Number 1 is the best. What does the best mean? Because I'm ranking them on how like cringy they are. But like, excuse me is bad, but it's so funny.
Number 1 is your favorite, and then 5 is your least favorite.
Like you don't mind if someone said it around you, baby.
Yeah, number 1 is you don't mind if someone said that.
Number 5 is like, don't ever say that shit again, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Billy. I feel like I'll put this at number 2. I feel like I've said this before. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I feel like I haven't said McSqueeze me, but I've said squeeze me before. I said that.
Sure you have.
Yeah, like squeeze me.
That's on the back of his R. Kelly shirt.
Yep. Squeeze me.
He goes to the Diddy parties with the sign that says "Squeeze me." I'll go number 2.
Okay, so can y'all read y'all list so far? What y'all got?
Yeah. So my list is number 2, Squeeze Me, and me and Chap both have Squeeze Me at number 2. I have Chill Pill at number 3, but Chap has it at number 4, and then I have Let's Rock and Roll at 4. Chap has Let's Rock and Roll at 5.
That's nasty.
And what about you, Chap?
He
I
just
just read
read
his
mine.
list.
Okay, my bad. Next one. For crying out loud.
Oh, that's not bad at all. That's not bad
Crying
at all.
out loud, Carl. Come on.
Damn, this is
that number
tough.
1. I'm putting that number 1 for me. That's shit funny. Because it's right where like Niggas about to crash out.
Minnesota must be changing me because these are all not, except for Squeeze Me, these are not bad. Like, and I feel like I hear these like regularly.
I mean, I didn't say they were going to be bad. I was just, this is just the blind rank, you know?
No, but they're not cringy to me, is what I'm saying, at least. Like, they're not, but I think it's because I hear them so often now. I'm not laughing as much as you guys because I think I'm just getting used to them.
Are you hearing rock and roll in your office, bro?
I feel like I do.
That is nasty. Send them to HR, please.
Okay. Chap put For Crying Out Loud at 1. I'm going to go. I have 5 and 1 left. So one's going to be the best, one's going to be the worst.
Okay.
All right, this one got to be good. I know it got to be good.
Wait, hold on. I didn't place it yet.
Go ahead.
For Crying Out Loud, Tommy, I'm going to put it at 1. It's still not bad.
Okay.
Okay, so I have 5 open and Chap has 3.
Last one. That Tears It.
Perfect. I love my list because that's the cringiest one and mine's is 5.
Oh, no.
When you get an old white man mad, it's either going to be that or a racial slur.
Or both if you're lucky.
I wish I could put that at number 4 at least, because that's so cringy to me. Because like, what are we tearing? Like, what are we tearing there?
That Tears It.
Come on, Tom. What are we tearing right there?
Yo, all right. So, let's hear y'all finalists.
My list is, I'll go 5 to 1. No, I'll go 1 to 5. Number 1, For Crying Out Loud. For number 2, Squeeze Me. Number 3, Take a Chill Pill. Number 2 is Let's Rock and Roll, Brother. And number 5 is That Tears It. I don't think my list is that bad, honestly.
It's pretty.
It was okay.
Squeeze Me is a little high.
Yeah, true.
For me,
I would probably switch Rock and Roll and Squeeze Me for me.
Oh, really? Okay. My list, number 1, For Crying Out Loud, dude. Number 2, Squeeze Me, because I feel like I've said that before. 3 is that Tears It. 4, Chill Pill, and 5, Let's Rock and Roll. I low-key wish I could switch Tears It and Chill Pill. Tears It is just not it. Like, please don't say that. Don't say that at all.
I'm glad I put Chill Pill at number 3 because that one's not bad.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
We could do this. We could honestly do like 5 more rounds of this on other episodes. There are so many historic white people phrases.
You look, buddy.
Yeah, I had a couple more. Like I was thinking about which one I was gonna use. I was gonna, there's For Pete's Sake. There's that one. That's a good one. Yeah. There's another. Oh yeah, you in what army? That's a good one. that one's used a lot in movies. There's another one. He's right behind me, isn't he? That's another one. That's
more like a kid show type thing.
Yeah, but it's kind of.
It's a white kid show for sure.
Yeah. Hate to burst your bubble, pal. That's another.
Bro, no, pal in general. Just kills it.
Right.
Don't call me no pal, bro.
Shit, bro. Nah, but yeah, let us know what y'all had. What y'all ranking is. Squeeze Me is crazy.
Let us know who had the best list.
You did it again, buddy.
Squeeze Me, definitely a nervous white kid.
One of my favorite ones is whenever white people like they haven't seen each other in a while, and they'll be like, "Well, shove a stick up my ass and call me a popsicle." Is that you, Tom? It's like, what? I have to do all that? Really? Like, there's just no need for all that, sir.
Right.
Well, slap my ass and call me Harold. Is that you, Chap?
Oh, man. Fellas, let's get the fuck out of here. Actually, before we get out of here, I do want to do, we are the Messiest Morning Show podcast. So I feel like we need to, we kicked off the show messy. We got to end it on a messy note. This is the messy moment of the week. We find stories all across the internet of people doing some of the messiest things because we can't be the only ones that are messy. There's so much mess and there's so much of it to go around. So we're going to go to, I believe this story happened in Indiana. It's a plumber, and he got called to a restaurant. They had a grease trap. It started to overflow, so they called him to unclog the drain. Cool. But unfortunately, it happened 3 days again later. Whenever he did it, like he went to go unclog the drain 3 days later, they called him because it was an emergency. He was off. So this time he charged them a bit more. But they said, you know what? I have to pay double? I'm not paying. I feel like that's standard. Like, you know, you're calling me back to fix something that I just fixed and it's overtime. Yes, it's going to cost more money. But they said they're not paying. So the next day, this is now the third visit this guy is going to this restaurant. He said, fuck all this. Y'all don't want to pay me? I'm going to reclog the drain at this restaurant. As he should. As he should. Jinx, you owe me a kiss. As he should. So the plumber went back. For context, the first bill when he originally did it was $235. The second bill was $390. The $390 was the one that the owners refused to pay. So he went back, and I guess he could access it from outside.
Hey,
and I'm here for all this energy.
Nah, I fully support. I think he did the right thing. If you get a service, you have to pay for it. Real shit. So I would have done the same thing, honestly, and I think it's fully justified.
Bro was off the clock. He probably, you know, I'm thinking of the story right now. He probably was with some fine shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they called him up like, yo, Tom, grease trap is loaded again. I need you to come down. He's like, all right, fuck it. You know, I'm gonna get to the bag. I'm gonna go.
Same one that I just cleared out 3 days ago.
What the hell are y'all doing?
Right.
He's like, I'm gonna get to the bag, fine shit. You stay here, blah, blah, blah. He said, all right, I'm upcharge y'all. They're like, nah, that's not happening. I feel like Tom should do a little more. Respectful.
Yeah, facts.
I feel like he should do a little more. I feel like he should have put animal in the grease trap.
An animal?
An animal. I would have took a squirrel, threw that shit in there.
That's devious right there.
A surprise for the next plumber. Don't call me again.
That is definitely devious right there.
Wow, y'all are rubbing off on me. That's crazy.
We're rubbing up on you?
You're rubbing off on me.
That's not what you said. That's not what you said at first.
Off, okay?
Not what you said at first.
Off.
The sexual tension is insane. It's insane.
I was about to say something crazy.
Let's go.
No.
It's time to go.
Von's already said some crazy stuff today.
Can I tell you why? I said a slur, but we're gonna please bleep it out. It's on my mind because I've on Twitter and this big TV station in LA. It's KTLA 5. They literally their Twitter account literally posted. It says the N word with a hard R.
Why?
And then it said they deleted it. And was like, this is a technical difficulty. What?
That's like, definitely an employee that just like got fired. And that word for
and
sure.
He was like, for crying out loud, oh, that tears it.
Definitely got fired, bro.
For sure.
And before he walked out, he was like, that tears it. And then he went and posted that.
You know, not hard left, but just slight left. I saw something on Instagram and it was like me listening to my parent say the most cancelable shit ever. And it was like, yeah, my white mom saying the N-word 5 times, but getting mad when I have my elbows on the table. That shit is crazy.
That is nuts.
Jesus, man.
We are the Messiest Morning Show podcast, The Morning Commute. Go follow us on Instagram and TikTok. I already know some of our hot takes today are going to be hot topics on TikTok. So just go head over there, follow us, like, comment at Morning Commute Pod. You can find me on Instagram at VONT Leak. That's VONT LEAK. And hear me weekday mornings from 5:30 till 10 Central on 101.3 KDWB on the Dave Ryan Show. Chap.
You can find me at Justin Chap, JUSTYN CHAP on Instagram and TikTok. Justice.
You can find me on Instagram _injustice. Subscribe to Super Villain Studios on YouTube. Check out the Super Villain Show and cop your villain merch today at supervillainstudios.net.
We have new episodes out every single Monday. Thanks for making your mornings a bit messier, but we try to have a little bit of wholesome. Matter of fact, can we end the show on a prayer? I feel like after all the
now you want to end it on a prayer. Now you want to end it on a prayer.
After everything we done did, Chap, say a prayer for everything we done did today. Take us home.
Let's go, nigga.
Take us home.
Let's go.
Us home,
we are not going to disrespect God and pray after all this shit that we just said.
Why not? After you be fucking and bucking and stuff.
What are you talking about, bro?
Hold on.
This is why we can't pray, because you need to do more than praying.
I'm trying to pray after we done had a messy episode. I'm trying to pray after we done had a messy episode. How is that any different from you going to repent at the altar for your sins?
No, good and well, Vont was lining up to say all this shit. Now he want to pray. Nah, nigga, nah. Go into the church and burn.
That's crazy.
Hey, you burning, Vont?
I ain't burning. That's Chap.
I pray for
Chap
y'all.
burning.
Though. I pray
Chap
for y'all.
burning because of all the shit he doing at the Diddy parties.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Let's go. You know what?
Look, if you thought you were going to tap into this episode and it was going to be some wholesome shit, you were sadly mistaken. We
You
are the
at the wrong
messiest.
place.
This is the messiest morning show podcast. It's Morning Commute.